Attention passionate Pittsburgh Steelers fans. Latest news, something big is happening in the AFC North and it could change the game. We're talking about a direct impact on Pittsburgh Steelers' path to another Super Bowl run, a power shift that could leave division rivals stumbling for years. We're bringing this to you firsthand. But before that, if you're a true Pittsburgh Steelers fan, subscribe to the channel to strengthen this passion even more. Show that you're also part of this family. Let's help each other reach 1,000 subscribers. Share with your friends and Pittsburgh Steelers fans. Let's get to the news now, folks. Hold on to your terrible towels, because this is one of those rumors that could reshape the entire landscape of the AFC North, and honestly, the NFL at large. Word is swirling that the San Francisco 49ers, currently holding a 5-6 record but with some cap space around $18 million, might be looking to make a bold move, and that move could be trading Trent Williams to the Steelers. Yeah, you heard that right. Trent Williams, one of the most dominant offensive tackles of this era, potentially donning black and gold. Now I know what you're thinking. Is this real? Is this just some rumor mill chatter? Well, it's coming from some pretty reliable sources, and if there's even a sliver of truth, this could be one of the most game-changing moves we've seen in recent years, especially for the Steelers' offensive line. Let's dive into what this potential trade could mean. First, a quick refresher on Trent Williams, drafted in 2010. He's been a staple at left tackle for the 49ers for over a decade now. The guy is a true wall, a mural of consistency, strength, and elite pass protection. Over his career, spanning 15 seasons and more than 190 games, Williams has posted some eye-popping stats. His PFF grade is consistently above 90, with a pass block grade of 92, 5 and a run block of 90, 8. That's the kind of durability and excellence that can anchor an offensive line for years to come. Even in 2025, when he played 11 games, he maintained a PFF grade of 88, 9 only allowing 2 sacks and 15 pressures. Those are all-pro numbers, folks. Now, why would the 49ers consider parting ways with someone like Williams? Well, cap space is a significant factor. With roughly $18 million available, they're in a tricky spot with Kittle's looming extension and needs at edge rusher and defensive back. Losing Williams would mean a hit to their pass protection. Historically, when Williams is gone, their pressure rate tends to spike because they lose an elite anchor on that blind side. It's like losing a cornerstone of their fortress. But 49ers are known for their shrewd moves. They might see this as an opportunity to refresh their roster, especially if they see the right return for Williams. And that's where things get interesting for the Steelers. Adding Trent Williams would give us a true lockdown tackle on the left side, a player who can elevate our offensive line to elite levels. Think about it, with Williams protecting the blind side, Kenny Pickett would have more time in the pocket, more opportunities to find those big targets like George Pickens or Pat Freiermuth. It's about stability, experience, and dominance. Williams, with his career stats, including a win rate of 86% and a snap count of 92%, is the kind of player who can be a franchise-changing piece. The potential impact on the Steelers' offense would be massive. For starters, our pass protection could improve by around 22% EPA, allowing Kenny more time to make decisions and creating mismatches downfield. The sacks allowed could drop from around 3, 1 per game to roughly 1.9, significantly reducing the pressure on our quarterback and opening up the playbook. Not to mention, run lanes would be much more accessible, boosting our rushing attack, which has been solid but could always get better. The addition of Williams would also help in the red zone, where our efficiency is already impressive but could see an 18% boost, making us even more lethal in scoring situations. Now, I know some of you might be thinking about the risks. Trading for a 34-year-old tackle might seem like a gamble, especially with the salary cap considerations and the potential for injury. But Williams has shown remarkable durability, avoiding major injuries in recent seasons, and his leadership and experience are invaluable, especially for a team trying to find consistency on the offensive line. Remember, the Steelers' identity has always been built on toughness and resilience, and adding a player like Williams fits perfectly into that mold. From a strategic standpoint, this move could be a signal that the Steelers are all in for a deep playoff run, maybe even pushing for Super Bowl LXI. The odds would certainly shift favorably with Williams protecting the edge. Bookmakers are already betting on the Steelers' rise, with some odds increasing to plus 1,000 and a potential boost in Super Bowl odds to plus 1,500. It's a bold move, but one that could pay off big time, especially if Williams' presence helps solidify our offensive line for years to come. Of course, rumors are just that, rumors. But if the Steelers manage to pull off this trade, it would be a statement to the entire league. Pittsburgh means business. It would also send a message to AFC rivals that we're not just here to compete, we're here to dominate. The AFC North is already tough, with teams like the Ravens, Bengals, and Browns all vying for supremacy. But adding a player of Williams' caliber could tip the scales in our favor. Imagine a line with him, Herbig, and our other young talents, creating a wall that's nearly impenetrable. Looking ahead, this potential move could also influence our draft strategy. The Steelers have been eyeing upgrades on the offensive line for a while, and if this trade materializes, it could shift the focus to more specialized positions or depth pieces. Still, the priority remains clear: protecting Kenny, establishing a consistent run game, and building a team capable of making a deep playoff push. With Williams in the fold, the Steelers could become an even more balanced and dangerous team, especially in clutch moments like third downs or red zone opportunities. Now, I want to emphasize that this is all speculative, a rumor, a whisper from sources close to the league. But if history has shown us anything, it's that the Steelers aren't afraid to make bold moves when the opportunity presents itself. Think back to the 2020 season when the 49ers acquired Williams and how much that boosted their offensive line. It's not hard to imagine the same effect happening here, but in reverse, with the Steelers reaping the benefits of a proven elite tackle. And if the trade happens, it could be the catalyst for a Steelers renaissance, a team that not only makes the playoffs but contends deep into the postseason. And let's not forget the impact on the locker room. Adding a veteran like Williams, who's known for his work ethic and leadership, could elevate everyone around him. Young players like Dan Moore Jr. and others would learn from one of the best at his position, and that kind of mentorship can be a game changer in terms of development. Plus, it sends a clear message that the Steelers are committed to winning now and in the future, strengthening that winning culture that has defined the franchise for decades. So, Steelers fans, keep your eyes peeled on this story. Whether it materializes or not, it's a fascinating possibility that highlights how aggressive the team is willing to be in pursuit of excellence. The AFC North is no longer just about physicality and grit. It's about talent, strategy, and making bold moves. If the Steelers land Trent Williams, it could be the start of a new chapter, one where we're not just contenders, but favorites in the AFC. Pause here just for a second. If you want the YOUTUBE algorithm to keep recommending the latest Pittsburgh Steelers news to you, it's super important that you leave a like on this video. Go ahead, it's quick and it makes a big difference. Thank you. Now let us continue with the big reveal. Looking ahead, fans, the impact of such a move would be felt not just in the lines, but across the entire team philosophy. With Williams, our offense could become one of the most feared units in the league, especially when you consider how much more time Kenny Pickett would have to make decisions, and how that could open up more opportunities for our receivers and tight ends. The run game, already solid with Najee Harris, could see even more lanes, especially with a veteran anchor like Williams clearing space. That means more YAC, yards after catch, more explosive plays, and ultimately more wins. Furthermore, this move might influence our approach in free agency and the draft. The Steelers have been strategic, focusing on building through the draft, but a trade for Williams would show that we're willing to spend big, make moves that shake things up, and do whatever it takes to contend now. It's about building a team that's tough, disciplined, and capable of competing at the highest level. We all know that in the NFL, one or two key additions can change everything, and Williams could very well be that piece. And don't forget, in the grand scheme of things, this could also be a statement to the rest of the league. Pittsburgh has always been about resilience, grit, and a relentless pursuit of excellence. Bringing in a player like Trent Williams would reinforce that identity. It's a legendary move that could be remembered for years, much like some of the franchise's great moments in the past. The Steelers are no strangers to making bold moves when it counts, and if this trade happens, it would be a defining moment for the current era. As we get closer to the trade deadline or the offseason, keep your eyes on the news. The NFL is unpredictable, yes, but the rumors flying around about Trent Williams and Pittsburgh just got a whole lot more exciting. Imagine the Steelers' offensive line with Williams protecting Kenny with Dan Moore Jr. and the rest of the crew working in tandem. It's a recipe for success, a way to take our team from good to great, and finally position ourselves as legitimate contenders in the AFC once again. In the end, football is about passion, pride, and the relentless pursuit of victory. Pittsburgh Steelers fans, we've seen our team rise from tough spots before, and this potential move could be the spark that ignites a new era of dominance. Whether it's through a blockbuster trade or a strategic move in the draft, the message is clear. The Steelers are committed to excellence, and they're willing to do whatever it takes to bring another Super Bowl home to the Steel City. So stay tuned, stay passionate, and let's get ready for whatever comes next. Because in the land of steel and grit, we never back down. We fight, we win, and we do it together. And now, Pittsburgh Steelers fans, I want to hear from you. What's your take on this? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Your opinion matters so much to US and TO, the Pittsburgh Steelers. And don't forget, I'll be back soon with more updates. So stay tuned for the latest Pittsburgh Steelers news.